Our hearts beat to the city streets. We began to feel the fire. We rise like tall buildings as the chemicals, they take us higher. The night's young and it's just begun as she puts her hand in mine. We wanna chase the night, wanna dance to the light, pull the stars from the sky, just two hearts running wild. Never sleep, never stop.
Good morning and welcome to a new episode. We are currently in Arno Bay. You can see it behind me. It's a beautiful little town. We've only just popped in here. We're not staying, we're not getting too involved, but we're just driving through. We're on our way to Kimber and we're going to go and check out the sites inland again, see what there is to offer. We've had a fantastic time in Port Lincoln, which would have seen in the last video. But yeah, this week we're going to explore a little bit more inland and make our way through to Port Augusta. So stay tuned and see how we go. See you guys.
As we shout from the top, we're gonna be two hearts running wild. Now the morning is the afternoon. We lay awake in bed. The laughs so loud as the hours pass. We're gonna do it all.
On the way to Kimber, we stopped past this beautiful little town called Cleve. Aside from being a nice little town, it had two very famous residents. The first one being Bonnie, the Clydesdale horse. You ask why Bonnie? Well, there was two of them. The first one was called Clyde because it's a Clydesdale, and so they went with Bonnie and Clyde for the pigeon pair. Clyde's not being displayed, but Bonnie is, so here she is. The other famous resident is Reggie the Wedgie. Now, both of these beautiful sculptures, iron sculptures, were made by a guy by the name of Turtle, who is a local resident who collected a lot of scrap steel over the years, put these beautiful sculptures together, and now they're on display in the main crossroad streets of Cleve.
We wanna chase the night, wanna dance to the light, pull the stars from the sky, just two hearts running wild. Never sleep, never stop, as we shout from the top. We're gonna be, we're gonna be two hearts running wild. The moonlight, summer sky, it was the best we ever had. And we'll stay on forever. We'll never have regrets. We wanna chase the night, wanna dance to.
So Mother Nature has done it to us again. We've driven through Cleve and Kimber. Oh my God, what amazing places. The sights to see in both those towns. The sculptures, the silo art are a must. But the temperature and the wind, unfortunately, have been hard against us, and we've decided not to free camp in Kimber anymore. We're going to hightail it through to Whyalla, towards the coast, and hopefully have a more pleasant experience with the weather and a more peaceful sleep.
Going to Whyalla was really like stepping back in time for us, back to our Karratha days, sitting up in the Pilbara there, watching all the iron ore loading boats and all the red dust flying around. But what we didn't actually realise was how critical Whyalla was to the war effort. The majority of the iron ore and steel that was produced for the war effort came out of this port and out of Iron Knob, which is just up the road. And at one point, there was a single conveyor belt in Whyalla that was shipping out iron ore that was actually the critical point towards our war effort. Without that, there wouldn't have been an Australian war effort. So yeah, it's a pretty interesting town. We also shot down and had a look at the jetty, and there was an interesting mosaic there of a cuttlefish and the circular jetty. But my God, it was windy. Absolutely windy as heck in town. So we hunkered down, did the big stuff, and then we made out and to their next spot.
How are we? Look, you would have seen that we've been in Whyalla and we've just left. We're heading on our way to the Clare Valley, but we didn't want to go straight there. We wanted to do a bit of a cook's tour, as we always do. So we're looking for a bit of a hook, and we came across the Silo Art Trail, which we've always known about, but we found one that wasn't too far off our track in a little place called Corn. So we zipped in there to have a look. It's just in the Flinders Ranges. They call it the heart of the Flinders Ranges here. So yeah, we came in, but the silo art here is a bit different. It's not your usual painted silo. It's actually a projected silo. So it's about a 1 hour projection that really goes into the history of the town and what it's all about. And we didn't realise how important this tiny little town has been to the history of Australia and the support of the Australian war effort, to the railways and water and the likes in this part of the world. It's been a really interesting adventure, but yeah, join us and we'll have a look through the town, check it out, and then keep moving on to the Clare. Enjoy.
So this is what we've woken up to this morning. We've decided to go for a walk in Quorn after going to the light show last night, which was absolutely spectacular, and learning about the bush culture and the fruits and the tools that they would use from nature was absolutely amazing. But to wake up and go for a walk and just see these views out here, to wake up to that every day, what a dream come true.
Another little stop off on our way through the Flinders, and we're in a town called Whyalla, and it's got beautiful silo art. So we've just pulled over. We'll go and check this out. But man, this is looking like it's going to be a really nice one. So we're just outside of Crystal Brook at the moment, at a place called Bowman Park. This is a free camp, 48-hour stay over. It's got a long history, this place. It dates back to the 1850s when it was a pastoral lease. And you can see the old sheds there in the distance. And up on the hill, we'll sneak you around in a second, you'll see the top of the old homestead. Beautiful place, so farming lease originally, and then it became it went into farming from the pastoral lease, and was also used for engineering and water supply throughout the region. There was some mining here. They found ochre in the area, and they used that. So it's got a bit of a mixed past, but you can stay for 48 hours. There's good facilities down the bottom part. I'm up in the old section at the moment, but yeah, really quite a nice little place. This looks like the ruins of one of the original homesteads out here, and a slightly more modern one tucked into the bush over here. So just past the house ruins, you got this nature play space. Awesome for the kids, obviously, if you got them with you on your trip. But They've done a very nice job out here. Very interactive. And it's free. It's a beautiful camp. Huge oval off to the side as well. You can go and kick a footy or do whatever you like. And how's that for a jungle gym? So after pulling into Bowman, having a bit of a look around, we went, bugger it, we're staying. So here we are set up for the night. It's obviously off grid, so it's fully self-contained. There are some toilets up there, so that's really cool. But just off to the side of the van here, there's a whole heap of walk trails all through that bushland, just through there. So we're going to go and have a look at some of those and really make the most of this spot. There's only one other couple here at the moment, so we'll see how it all pans out. Good evening. Beautiful night out here at the Bowman Park and the Bowman camping grounds, and just settling down. We'll get the barbecue cranking and have ourselves a nice couple of fillet steaks, bit of salad, chill out, lovely evening. Already a couple of red wines in, but yeah, loving this life. Yeah, looking forward to another great day. We're going to head down to Burra tomorrow, and check out some really nice old historic sites there. And yeah, then into the Clare. All right, guys, have a great night and we'll see you soon. Bye. Every now and again, life throws you a really good one. And as we were coming into Burra, I didn't realise it, but there was a point of interest on our wiki camps saying that this house on the side of the road was actually the house from the Midnight Oil cover of their Diesel and Dust album from back in the late 80s, early 90s. So I stopped off, had a good look, even went back later in the afternoon to get the right sunlight and take another bit of video. A great surprise. This is the beautiful little town of Burra. It's just outside of Clare, a bit east of Clare. It's an old mining and farming town. There's a lovely river that runs through the guts of it. Now the whole town is pretty much heritage listed. Every single building, that's the old rock fascia that you see in the background, is heritage listed. They're only allowed to do any adjustments to the back. The face must stay the same. And the whole town is beautiful as a result.
aside from being a very nice little town with a very strong farming background in the area, Burra's also got a very strong mining background. There was a copper mine set up here back in the 1800s by Cornish miners. Interestingly, a lot of the buildings that you would have seen in some of the footage show some pretty small doorways. A lot of the Cornish miners are only 5 foot tall, so they didn't make them for people my size, so I had to duck through a few of them. But still, really nice history there. Put the drone up, got some great footage of the region and some of the mining ruins, which have really stood the test of time. And then once we packed up, we headed off and made our way out to Clare. That's going to be in next episode. Thanks very much for staying on this far. Hope you enjoyed the episode, and we'll see you next time.